Hi guys, and welcome to a slightly different style of video, a little tutorial on how to change your stadium name for any team in your game, including yourself obviously, without having to use any of the in-game editors or having the editor turned on or any of that nonsense. This is particularly handy if your board happens to build a new stadium and gives it a really uninspiring name, such as this one, the B67 Stadium. Now, the reason I'm doing this as a separate video is because I wanted to do this in the main series, but I figured this could probably help other people as well, and I didn't want to take up like 6 or 7 minutes of an episode just doing this thing with the stadium. So, let's get into things. So firstly, I need to quickly shout out FM Heathen on Twitter, who is essentially the one that found this information. I overheard or saw some stuff on Twitter about talking about this, so massive thanks to him just for finding this stuff. So I'll put a link to his Twitter in the description if you want to go follow him over there for his FM adventures with Newton Heath, which is pretty damn cool. And of course, the user on the SI forums who actually properly found this, whose name escapes me off the top of my head, but you'll be seeing a screenshot on screen that has the instructions for it, as well as the name of the person. Right, let's get into this now. So the first thing you're going to need to know is the ID for the skinning of your stadium. This is a simple one to find out. Some of you will already have this turned on, this little number under here, but I'm just going to quickly show you if you don't already know how to get this number up, because it's very important. So what you need to do is you go to Preferences, up here, Interface, and then down here there should be an option that says show screen IDs in title bar to assist skinning. Just simply have that ticked, and hit confirm, and that should bring up the IDs for pretty much everything in the game. You can turn it off afterwards, but you need it for now. Next, what you're going to want to do is quickly make a note of this number. So obviously we've got 98042722. Right, so make a note of that somewhere. That's going to come in very handy in a minute. Right, after you've done that, shut down FM and we'll move on to the next part of this little mission. Okay, so now that you've done that, you're going to want to go into computers and C drive or whatever it's called, into program files. That'll be program files 86 if you're on a 64-bit machine, or just program files if you're on a 32-bit Windows. Steam Apps Common, Football Manager 2018. Now that will vary depending on what version of the game you're actually running. If you're watching this in 2021, then hi, how's the future? If you're watching this in 2015, how's the past? Anyway, yeah. So moving on. And then database DB 1830, which is the version of the game that I'm currently running, and then LNC and all. Now, the very important part, and the bit I was getting a little bit mixed up before, is this part. You need to find the folder for the version of the game that your save was created on, not the version of the game that you're currently on. So the game is currently running 1830. However, my version of this game was actually, my save rather, was created on 1810, which is a mistake I had. So if you change it on the 1830, nothing will happen unless you start a brand new save. If you want it to have an effect, you need to make sure it is in the correct folder. So we're going to move to that now. So we're going to come back here to this menu. We're going to go into 1810, into LNC, all, and you might notice that I've got the Carlos FM18 club names and basically the general name fixes that come out. They're in the correct folder, so that's how I know, basically. So what we need to do now is we need to create a new LNC file of our own. Now, in true Blue Peter style, I have one I prepared earlier to make things a little bit swifter for us, but I'm going to show you anyway. So I'm just going to paste this in here. This is the one I made earlier. So we're going to paste in stadium.lnc. Now, I'm going to show you what it is, because you're going to need to create one of these yourself. So all you need to do to create this is to create a new text file, and then obviously save it as a .lnc rather than a .txt file, and call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. So what you're going to need to do then is you're going to need to copy this exactly. So quotation, stadium, underscore name, underscore change, all in block capitals, quotation. Then there's the part where you put in the ID for the stadium. It goes in there with a space either side, although I don't believe that actually matters. And then after that, another quotation, then the name of the stadium that you want to change it to. So in my case, I'm changing the name to Akisiak Stadion. No explanation needed. Watch the save if you want to find out why. And then a space, and then another 2 quotation marks. And that should be fine. Then you'll save that as a .lnc file in this folder, and that should be fine. Then what happens is we're going to go back into FM and see if the name of the stadium has changed. Right then, so we're back into FM, and as you can see, the club profile for Boldklubben Ath 1967, my team from Greenland, and as you can see, the stadium has changed to Akisiak Stadion in Nuuk, Greenland, and that's all we wanted. Now it is complete, so now you can go away and do this yourself. I think there's a lot more things you can do with these configuration files, to be honest, because that's how they do all the name change fixes, and I do wonder what else is possible with this, but it's just nice to be able to do this without having to use editors and nonsense, because that can distract from the game, also can take away credibility of games and whatnot when you have to use the editor to do stuff. I mean, I don't have the editor turned on this save anyway, so I couldn't if I wanted to, but at least we've been able to change our stadium name, and hopefully now you can as well. If this video has been helpful to you, do drop a like on it to let other people know that they can do this as well, because I did not know about this at all until like a week ago, so it'd be cool to get this out there. You can, in theory, change the name of any stadium in the game, whether you're controlling it or not, as far as I know, but it's very useful for when your board makes a new stadium and you can't stand the name of it. Anyway, yeah, subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this, and of course my save in Greenland at the moment, and I'll see you guys in another video soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.